Sometimes all you need is some new scenery and a few fresh faces to reinvigorate your career. I'm Dave Loughran with Awesemo.com, and today we're taking a look at three quarterbacks whose fantasy outlook should greatly improve on their new teams heading into the 2021 season. But before we start, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and let's dive into it. First on the list, Matthew Stafford. Stafford comes to the Los Angeles Rams after a blockbuster trade sent him out west and a struggling Jared Goff to the rebuilding Lions. Stafford has been through 4 different head coaches during his time in Detroit and never won a single playoff game. Hell, in Stafford's 11 seasons, he never had a 1,000-yard rusher in his backfield. The closest any of his backs came was 860 yards by Joik Bell in 2014. Needless to say, things are looking up for Stafford in Los Angeles. He'll have an uber-talented emerging running back in Cam Akers to lean on, along with strong pass catchers in Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and Tyler Higbee. The Rams are in win-now mode, and Sean McVay, one of the brightest young offensive-minded coaches in football, needed a quarterback who could competently push the ball downfield. Factor in the Rams' top 5 defense from just 1 season ago, and Matthew Stafford may just be the solution to all of Sean McVay's problems. Carson Wentz's time in Philly came to an abrupt end after a disastrous 2020 campaign sent the Eagles spiraling to 3-8-1 before he was replaced by Jalen Hurts. The question on everyone's mind, though, is who was mostly responsible for the Eagles' embarrassingly bad season? Wentz's mechanics were bad, and at times his decision-making was even worse. But the since-ousted Doug Peterson didn't do him any favors with play calling, and the lack of healthy talent on the field made matters even more unmanageable. Travis Fulgham, a former 6th-round pick in 2019, was the Eagles' leading receiver on the year with 539 yards. Peterson routinely abandoned the run game and forced Wentz into bad situations despite evidence that he couldn't make the plays. There was one location where Wentz could thrive again. It's Indianapolis. Frank Reich was the Eagles' offensive coordinator in their Super Bowl year when Wentz broke the single-season franchise passing touchdown record through only 13 games and was the leading MVP candidate before an ACL tear cut his season short. Reich won't hesitate to lean on Jonathan Taylor and his defense while consistently putting Wentz in advantageous situations like he did with the now-retired Phillip Rivers. While it pains me to say this, Wentz could have a resurgent season with the Colts under Frank Reich and show massive statistical improvements after a dreadful 2020. Few quarterbacks have more speculation swirling around them than Sam Darnold as he heads into the 2020 season as a member of the Carolina Panthers. The former number 3 overall pick never saw his career get out of the starting gate, and there are plenty of reasons we could attribute to Darnold's lack of success. The dearth of weapons on offense, a Swiss cheese offensive line, and lest we forget about Adam Gase, who has destroyed offenses everywhere he's gone. This doesn't absolve Darnold of everything, though. He was still awful under pressure, admitted to seeing ghosts in the backfield, and finished the season with a league-worst 72.7 passer rating in 2020. Things can't get any worse for Darnold, and it's hard to believe they will. He'll have a full arsenal of offensive weapons for the first time in his career, including Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and old teammate Robbie Anderson. A competent coaching staff won't hurt either with Matt Rule and Joe Brady at the helm in Carolina. This isn't to say Darnold is ever going to live up to the lofty expectations placed upon him in 2018, but if his career is ever going to gain a pulse, it would be this season. Be sure to check out Awesemo.com for all of your fantasy football needs, and we'll see you back here for the next one. Thanks for watching.